Welcome to P&O's Arvia ship tour.
So in today's video we're going to be showing you around the ship, the main decks, which will be 5, 6, 7 and 8, and then 16, 17, 18 and 19. So without further ado, we'll give you our balcony room tour, which is on deck 11, room 228, so it's 11228, which is port side of the ship towards the front. So we'll get started with our room tour. First of all, as we come into our room, as you'll notice, you will have all your emergency screening on the back, door lock, light switch. You need your key for electricity. Also, you have gone exploring cabin hose. They know we're gone, or if you were relaxing, you don't want it done, you have that. And so as you've seen from my own video, you know this is magnetic. It works, see? It does work. So as we come in here, we've got the bathroom. So as we come into the bathroom, we have a big shower area. It's quite, you've got quite a lot of space. Just open the door outwards before you go in, don't do it inwards. You've got your sink area, you've got enough room for your toothbrush, quite a lot of units for your toiletries like we have, as you can see. And you've got like just quite a big storage in general, to be honest, in here. So as you come out, you've got your aircon unit, obviously cold, hot, super cold. We're in the Caribbean, so it's like 30 something degrees. That's handy. Coat hooks here, obviously Ellie's storing all her stuff. I don't get a chance to store anything, so that's good. Obviously you come here, you've got storage, life jackets are up top. You've got loads of space for coat hangers in there. This wardrobe here, and we've put all our shoes at the bottom. This middle one, it's all cubby holes, so you can store all your, I've put all my shorts, all that kind of stuff, just more storage. In this end one, you'll have a safe. It's free, you just put your code in, all that stuff. And there is actually at the bottom more hanger space. If you're gonna bring a lot, I'd recommend bringing your own coat hangers like we have, and we've got more storage space up top.
Show them the coat hangers we've got.
We got these, they're off Temu or Amazon, I think. So they look like this, just hang out. Fold up really nice in there, so light in your suitcase. So obviously we've got a sofa. This pulls out into bed, don't do that, your cabin host will do it. It says don't do it because it's quite heavy. You've got your vanity area, and there you've got 2 UK plug sockets. You've got a kettle, our kettle's hidden away because it was doing a head in. So you've got your 2 UK, you've got a European plug socket, light switches for the side. You've got your mini fridge down here, extra storage in here. There is a hairdryer provided in here for you ladies, so you don't have to worry about bringing one of them because that takes up a lot of luggage space and weight, which is very important, especially if you're here doing a fly cruise. So as we come over here, we've obviously got the cruise webcam on. If you want to hear the captain's announcements, keep this on during the day because you can hear them, because I don't play them in your room for privacy reasons. You can see your onboard spend, you can see navigation, temperature, all that kind of stuff, which is handy. Telephone. And as we come over here, we have your bed, which is quite nice. It's comfy though. I've had some good night's sleeps. Either side you've got master switches for all the areas. At the right side of the bed there's one UK plug socket. There's no USBs. I only had a USB, but this one doesn't. And then obviously as we go through, we'll go through to the balcony. And obviously this balcony cabin is a much better layout, I prefer, than what we had in Iona. We had a front facing, but the bed and the sofa was a different way around. Go check that out after this video. We're out on our lovely balcony area. Each balcony comes with 2 chairs and a little deck. It's actually really nice to sit, especially, do you know what, the best thing to do with these side balconies that we've done, open your door at night, especially when you're sailing, you can hear the waves, it's beautiful. Obviously you'll sweat your arse off because you don't have the aircon on and it's 30 degrees in the Caribbean, so you will get hot. But you've got ample space here, which is quite nice, and we enjoy our balcony. We hope you enjoyed my little room tour.
So now we'll get on with the ship tour. We hope you enjoy it. If you've got any questions, just drop them in the comments below. Once you get your head around the layout of the ship and where everything is, it's actually really easy to navigate.
It is, we promise.
So it's a big ship, but don't be overwhelmed by how big it is. Because yeah, like I said, it is easy to get your head around once you've
We'll show you, yeah, once we show you the layout in a second, you'll get it in. It's pretty easy, we promise.
Let's get on with the ship tour.
First of all, we'll head down to deck 5. On this deck, you can only find the gym here. You can find all the modern equipment you can use for your fitness needs on your cruise. Also, there are classes here. Some are free and some are including extra surcharge. Please check your Horizon magazine for this. They'll be noted with an asterisk when you're on board the ship.
As you head up each set of stairs or by the lift, you'll find interactive screens. So if you do get lost on the ship, you can use these screens to find out whereabouts you are and where you need to go to. As we head up to deck 6, this is where you'll find the Headliners Theatre. The Headliners Theatre does span between decks 6 and 7 due to the size of it. At the Headliners Theatre, you will be able to watch all your shows, your evening shows there, and they do certain shows and talks and stuff like that during your cruise.
As you come out of the Headliners Theatre, you'll be first met with the Isis Spa. We didn't get any footage in here, but if you do want to see the Isis Spa, I'd recommend you check out our Iona ship tour video, where we'll show everything in that spa. Just outside outside of here there is a lovely art gallery. They sell all kinds of paintings. If you would like to buy one on the way back, they sell Banksy's art, Mr. Brainwash, which is new prodigy. They change the artwork during your cruise, so you always find something different. And just out here you have the Limelight Club. Unfortunately we didn't get to go in here, so we can't show you much. And as you come down into the Grand Atrium, you'll be met with Vistas Café. This is the main area where most people buy their coffees and cakes. The coffees are served the Costa coffee. They're fairly nice, so if you're a bit sick of the normal coffee, which we'll show you later, you can buy these coffees. They're not included. They are an extra surcharge. There is a menu with all the little items you can buy for your cruise credit on board the ship. And just opposite in the Grand Atrium, you have the Amber Lounge. We can sit here and have a drink. Many bars on the ship where you can have a drink because it's a British cruise liner and us Brits love a pub, so you will not be short for a place to find a drink, let me tell you that. And then opposite you have the 710 Club. In here they'll do some talks, there'll be little bands in the evening, all lots of stuff. Just make sure you check out your Horizon magazine for this.
Just behind the 710 Club and through the mid-deck stairs you'll find Mission Control. This is a chargeable extra and there are 2 games. Next up you have Ocean Studios. This is where you can watch all of your films, which they do change up each day. You have 3 vending machines, 2 of which are snacks, the other one is a drinks vending machine. These are chargeable extras and you will be charged these to your onboard account. There are 4 cinema screens and you can find the availability for each one outside each screen. And the seats are also very, very comfortable. Directly opposite to the Ocean Studios, you have the Anderson's Bar. It's a really lovely bar on board. It's a lovely place to relax during the day, and in the evening you do have to wear smart casual wear.
Next up on deck 6 is 6th Street Diner. This is open for brunch, lunch and dinner. This is a really well themed restaurant that will take you back and make you feel like you're in America. You can also get chips from your server to insert into the jukebox to play music. If you're also here for brunch, you can get your teas and coffees in a nice cool themed 6th Street Diner mug. The food we've had here we never had an issue with at all. We found the meals here to be really tasteful and I'm sure you'd enjoy it too. This was one of our underrated but one of our favourite restaurants to eat at. Next up along from 6th Street you'll find Olive Grove. Now this was a restaurant we found fairly disappointing and we preferred it on Iona. Actually the food quality was a lot better on Iona. We also found the service in this restaurant, probably out of all of them, was very, very slow. If you ever had a meal on the Olive Grove on Arvia, please drop us a comment down below to let us know what you enjoyed and what meal you had. From what we had, we wasn't that keen on it. Next up, as we head towards the back of the ship on deck 6, we'll find the Meridian and the Zenith. The 2 main dining rooms basically are the same, just spans on different floors, deck 6 and deck 7 of the back of the ship. The main dining room is included within your fare. You can have breakfast, lunch and dinner here. They're all served off an a la carte menu. Also, the menus do change daily for lunch and dinner. Breakfast will be the same every day. The main dining room is one of the restaurants in the evening that you will have to wear trousers. Also, to note on the ship, you will find signs around the ship noting you with a traffic light system the best times to go for dinner. Green will be less busiest and red will be the most busiest, where you'll probably struggle to find a table. This is probably a really handy thing and I'd recommend taking a photo on your first day of your cruise so you can plan and book restaurants. As we come up from the Zenith restaurant and towards the back of the ship, the first main areas you'll come up to on deck 7 will be the photo gallery. Here you can book your onboard photos. We had some taken on board the ship and they offer different packages depending on the photos you want, whether digital or printed. Also, right next to here you can book your shore experience. If you haven't booked a trip on board your cruise, you can book experiences here subject to availability. And just to remind you, you'll pay a little bit extra booking on board the ship as you would do before you come on board. There's also loitering cruise sales, so if you do love your cruise cruise and it's your first one, you can book another one. Around this floor there are a variety of shops. If you ever need anything, you run out of the essentials, sun cream, toiletries, they'll have it on board for you to buy, as well as some duty-free shopping.
As you head through to the Grand Atrium, you've got the Glass House, which is one of our favourite restaurants on board Arvia. It's tapas style food and it's perfect for groups of friends or just sharing with your loved one. We love the food here. This is a restaurant that is a chargeable extra. You can join the virtual queue on the My Holidays app, or you can just visit the counter to join the queue.
As you come out the Grand Atrium by Glass House, you'll be met by the casino and Brody's Bar. If you're feeling lucky one night, if you're lucky one night, why don't you feed your wallet to the cash machines where you'll be poor for the rest of your cruise? You can try and make this back by booking your bingo tickets here and winning the grand prize of £5,000. And if you're feeling down on your sorrows from not winning anything, you can always head to Brody's Bar for a drink. Here you'll find all your sports venues, your darts, your pool and your pub quizzes. If you're not feeling good at that, I'd probably just head to your cabin and have an early night. As we go towards the front of the ship, we'll come up to the top of the headliner's theatre.
A good thing to know is that they do have water bottle refilling stations, and these are on decks 6, 7, 8 and 16. So make sure you bring your reusable water bottles with you.
As you come out to the top of deck 8 in the Grand Atrium, you'll be met either side of floor and ceiling windows overlooking the below 2 decks. Here there is a restaurant called the Keeling Cow. Now if you fancy the best burger at sea, the Prime Minister burger, I would highly recommend coming here and eating here. Just to note, you can only book this restaurant joining the My Holiday app, which is joinable when you're on board the ship. Everything on the menu here is a chargeable extra. Nothing is included within your fare.
If you've got a sweet tooth whilst on board the ship, here's the place to go. You've got a little sweet shop that sells crisps and sweets and chocolate, and then you've also got Ripples, which is one of 2 ice cream bars on board the ship. All the ice creams are a chargeable extra, and they also do drinks and Costa coffees as well.
Just after Ripples, you'll probably find one of the most sought after restaurants on the ship, which is Sindhu. Before booking on your cruise and while on your cruise, you will pay a surcharge per person, which we paid of £10. If you order your food and it's under this amount, you will have this taken off your credit. If you order over it, you'll pay a little bit extra, which will come off your onboard cruise spend. Next along here, if you feel like eating casual and you don't feel like getting dressed up, this is the place to be. You can find your typical British fish and chips here, roastery and the Asian kitchen. Just before we go down to the clubhouse, on the left hand side you'll find Green & Co featuring Mizuana. This is a plant-based restaurant featuring a sushi bar. This is probably one of the most underrated restaurants. This restaurant is one you'll have to book through My Holiday app. While we were on board, we paid a surcharge of £10 each per person. The food here is really underrated and it was never busy during our stay, so we never had an issue getting seats at any time in the evening. This is a restaurant I'd highly recommend even meat eaters, so please give this a go. Also, they have a sushi bar separate. As we go towards the back of the ship, you'll find the clubhouse on deck 8. This is the main area for your entertainment in the evenings. During the day they will hold talks, bingo and just your general fun, mainly more fun in the evenings. It's a big area. My tip is before you go to shows, get there at least 45 minutes so you can get a seat, because if not you'll find yourself standing. And as we head to the back of the ship, this is the main deck where you can walk around the ship. Here at the back of the ship there is a bar, also known as a sunset bar, and it gets very busy. You'll find swinging chairs, there'll be hot tubs and jacuzzis also located on this deck if you fancied a little dip.
The next main area of interest is deck 16, where you'll find the Sky Dome. You'll also find the Sky Dome pool here, which is one of the main pools on the ship and can get very busy. They can also sometimes retract the roof. I guess this is depending on weather. Here you'll also find Taste 360, and this serves things like burgers, chips, and it does sometimes serve like a local food of wherever it is you're sailing to. You've got 2 bars in the Sky Dome. One of them's a Crystal Bar and the other is the Laguna Bar. You've also got Sundays, which is the second place on the ship for ice cream.
Next up is the Beach House. This is a restaurant you can book before your cruise. We paid £9 for the booking before. If you book on your cruise, you'll pay a little bit more, up to around about £13. This is per person, of course. This was one of our other favourite restaurants on the ship, but however, it does get booked up very quickly, so if you do want to eat here, I do recommend you probably book maybe a day or 2 in advance. The next restaurant you'll come across, which will be the main one on the ship on deck 16, will be the Horizon restaurant. First of all, on your gala nights, you can book the chef's table. This is no no charge for the chef's table, and it'll be a 5-course meal. We're going to be honest, we didn't love the chef's table. It's not buffet style, you order off a menu. However, this wasn't one of our favourites and I wouldn't rush to do this again. Now the rest of the Horizon restaurant, there's a wide range of variety for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And I'll leave you with a little montage of just the food here that you can get in the Horizon restaurant. And as we come out to the back of the ship, you'll find the infinity pool. This is the pool that overlooks the back of the ship, and the second pool you'll find on this deck, with also a bar. Up as we go onto deck 17, you'll find 2 points of interest, the Epicurean and the Crow's Nest. First of all, the Epicurean, you can book afternoon tea here. We paid £15.80 each before we boarded the ship. If you book this while you're on a cruise, just to make a note, if you do book on board the ship, it will be a little bit more expensive. They have 2 menus here at the afternoon tea, and each week they'll change a menu. Afternoon tea is very nice. Because we're in the Caribbean, some things had a bit of Caribbean spice into it with a bit of twist, which we were a bit shocked about, but we thoroughly enjoyed this. This is a highly rated restaurant on board the ship and does book up very quickly. We booked this before we boarded the ship and paid £28 each. Next is the Crow's Nest. Here in the evening, it is a formal dress attire. You cannot enter this with shorts. You have to be smartly dressed. Here you can find piano players, chilled music, nice vibes, and it's at the front of the ship. Probably a good place to go for pre-drinks on your gala night as well, actually. Going up to deck 18 is the adults only area called the Beachcomber Pool. There is a retreat, but this is a chargeable extra and we didn't do this. The Beachcomber area is an adults only pool with lots of sunbathing deck chairs around. As you go towards the back of the ship, there is a jogging track. Although this is small, this is probably an area if you're into fitness or doing early morning runs. Just next to the jogging track, there is a splash valley for kids. On hot days, there's a little mini water park for your little ones to cool off. Also at the back of this bar, there'll be another infinity pool at the back with a panorama pool and bar. This is also great for sunsets on the back of the ship. Just as you go up the stairs from the panorama pool and bar, you'll find the Attitude Skywalker mini golf. The Skywalker is a chargeable extra, but just to let you know, mini golf is open all throughout the day. All you have to do is just go up there, pick a golf club, golf ball, pencil and a scorecard if you want to keep track, and then just have some fun on a mini golf track.
If you like this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. And if you wanted to watch our Caribbean vlogs, they will be here for you.